going on, folks? Life Lessons with Juvy. I am your host, JuvyThaKid, as always. If you want to hit me up or submit your topics on Twitter, Instagram, or the Snapchat at JuvyThaKid, JuvyThaKid, as always. Just a one topic, probably going to be a little quick episode, but we'll see where it goes. Lloyd from Canada. I got a question. If a person has tried many different counselors and therapists and nothing is working for them, what else can they do because they feel like giving up on themselves? In brackets, no, it's not me. Well, even if it was you, it would be all right, dude, because everybody, people go through counseling, people go through therapists. Honestly, having a counselor or a therapist that you're comfortable with is a big part of progress in therapy and counseling. Honestly, if the whole sitting down in that room isn't working for you, then you have to dedicate your time to finding something that's going to work for you. You can't just say, well, I've done counseling, I've done therapy, it doesn't work, and then just give up on give up on trying to find a solution for the problem. Because then you get to sit there in your negative mindset in those problems and be like, oh, well, nothing's gonna change, why would I do it now, da 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 da. Well, because there's still time to fix shit. If counselors and therapists aren't helping and nothing else is working for you, maybe you just need to identify what is wrong, because that's a big thing. A lot of people will seek out counseling and seek out therapy and those kind of situations when they're just looking for answers to their problems. You know what I mean? Or they're just looking for somebody else to tell them what's wrong with their problem or situation. Excuse me. So it might be that you just need to sit down, be brutally honest with yourself, and just say hey, okay, I woke up, I'm feeling depressed, and instead of doing something to get myself out of that mood and that depression, I just sit here and I just let myself be depressed and I just complain about shit. I need to change this. Just confront yourself, because that for me, that helps me kind of smarten up when I confront myself and I kind of in a way humble myself. You know, instead of looking at your problems and I don't know, maybe just not acknowledging them fully, or maybe you just don't know what to make of it. Sit down, be brutally honest. Don't just look at what other people have done. What are you doing? What are you doing in your life? What do you do? How are you treating other people? How are you dealing with your personal problems in your personal life? Because like I said, if it's one of those things where, you wake up and you feel off, you feel a little depressed in the mornings, and then you just let yourself sit there all day and you let yourself continuously keep doing that, then maybe counseling and therapy isn't going to help you, because you already know what the answer is. If you're going through a bad breakup and it's one of those things where you feel negative and you feel down and you feel kind of frustrated, that's fucking normal. You're going through a breakup. It's the change of familiarity in your life. You know what I mean? You're taking the cycle of habits and cycle of life that you've known, and everything is getting changed. That doesn't mean that life is hopeless, and that doesn't mean that you're never gonna find love again, or that you even need to go to therapy or counseling. It just might, you're going through a breakup, things are changing, things are different, and you're frustrated because you have to let somebody go. That happens. But you got to sit down in that situation and not just try and be oh, well, they always did this, he always did that, she always did this. You got to sit down and be okay, I know what they've done because I've told everybody that'll listen, and I've ran it through my head 1,001 times. What did I do? Did I not pay attention in these times? Did I not do this in a certain amount? Don't dwell on all that shit. Have your sit down, write your list or whatever you got to do, read it over, come up with your solution or what you're not going to do in the future, whatever, and fucking move on. Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, therapy and counseling and like, you know, support groups and stuff, those are all great. The philosophy that they kind of have and everything, like what they stand for, it's absolutely amazing. It's a good resource. But sometimes we just need to fucking confront ourselves and be like, okay, what am I doing? What can I change? What am I not going to tolerate from myself anymore? What behavior am I not going to tolerate from myself anymore? You know what I mean? You got to take control of what's going on with you. Because here's the thing. You could have 10 counselors, 20 therapists, and 50 friends all give you the same answer, and you still don't change and you don't do anything about it. At the end of the day, it's up to you to change whatever's going on. It's up to you to really get down to the fucking, you know, the bone of the situation and see, like, just what's there. Strip all the meat away and see the bare bone to the situation and, like, really just figure out what the fuck is going on. But like I said, at the end of the day, you can get to that bone and you can either sit there and stare at it, toss it away and never think about it again, or you can figure out what we're going to do with this. We're at the bone of it now. Well, some people know how to make cool jewelry or take cool photography of things like this. Like, we've gotten to the middle of it all. Now we've figured out a solution. We can use this now for whatever we want, kind of thing. I'm just saying, if counselors and therapy doesn't work, try and just straight up confront yourself. See what's going on. See what you're not going to tolerate from yourself anymore. That's, at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's behavior and thoughts that we are not going to tolerate from ourselves anymore. If you wake up every day and you sit there and you have negative thoughts about other people or say that you could do something better, instead of always talking about that or thinking about it, go out and prove it. Use all that energy and that, time that you're dedicating to that and use it towards a work ethic and build something up. So, this has been Life Lessons with Juvy. I've been your host, JuvyThaKid. Hit me up on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram at JuvyThaKid, JuvyThaKid. All my quiet kids, freaks, and weirdos, for the love of everybody, keep being weird.